Hello, welcome back for another reformer workout with Home Sweet Pilates. Today we will be doing an intermediate to advanced workout. You will need to have a Pilates ball. So if you can have that handy, that would be great. We do not need it right now, but we will need it a little bit later. We are going to begin on 2 springs here. So if you have a balanced body, please do a red. Otherwise, please do 2 springs, okay? So we'll get that ready. We will lie ourselves down all the way. If you want to have your headrest up for this part, you can. We will be doing some bridging after this, so I will make sure to tell you to put it down before that, okay? So we're going to begin with some single leg footwork here. So let's take our left toe and place it on the bar, okay? Our right leg is going to come into tabletop here. Let's get ourselves situated. We have our entire spine on this carriage, ready to rock and roll, okay? Whenever you're ready, we're gonna press the carriage out, keeping this right leg in that tabletop, okay? Bring it back in. Press it out and bring it back in. Just a few more here. Last 2. Last one. Now, when we press it out, extend that right leg towards the ceiling. Keep your toe pointed. Bend as you bring it in. Point and bend. So I'm nice and open in my chest here. I'm relaxed in my shoulders. Let's do one more. Hold it here. Now flex both feet. So your left heel is flexing under the bar. Your right foot is flexed here. Bring both back into a point. Bend, bring it in. Extend it out. Flex both feet. Point, bring it in. Just 2 more. Last one. Now we're going to add on. So we bring the carriage out, we straighten that right leg. We lower the right leg to the bar, lift it up, flex both feet, point, bend, and bring it in. Extend it out, lower the right leg, lift it back up, flex, point, bend, bring it in. Just one more here. We're not doing a ton. Just enough, right? And bring it in. We're gonna switch to the other side. So let's take that right leg now, bring that toe on. Left leg is in tabletop. We're just pressing out and in. So basically what we're doing is just building up to that final sequence, right? Make sure your knee stays tracking with your toes. We're not letting it go out or in. We got one more here. Now extend that left leg towards the ceiling and bend to bring it in. Extend it towards the ceiling, bend, bring it in. So you'll see I'm taking a beat here, right? I press out, pause, bring it in. Press out, pause, bring it in. One more. Press out, pause, bring it in. Now we're gonna flex those feet. So flex, point, bend to bring it in. Flex, point, bring it in. 2 more. It is very chilly here this morning. I have both of my heaters on full blast. I don't know why I'm wearing a tank top. Probably because it matched my pants. And bring it in. Okay, now we're gonna do that full sequence, okay? So we bring it out, lower the left leg to the bar, bring it back up, flex both feet, point, bend, bring it in. Extend, lower. Make sure when you lower that you knit those ribs in, okay? Don't let them flare out. Knit them in. Flex, point, bring it in. Press out, lower, lift, flex, point, bring it all the way in. Whew, awesome job. Okay, if you have your headrest up, please put it all the way down. We're gonna go into some bridging. So place your heels on the bar. Hip distance apart here. Imagine you have a marble that's on that pubic bone and we're trying to roll the marble into your belly button, okay? So tilt that pelvis towards your head. Press through your forearms, press through those heels, lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Keep your chest nice and open. Roll it down slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, keeping your hips square towards the ceiling. I have a lot of people that I teach that when we lower down, here, let's lift it back up. When they lower their hips down, one hip tends to kind of like shift out of place and to the side. Is that you? If it is, try to go slower and more intentionally as you roll down. Lift it up. Lower down. Also, another thing to think about, try not to move the carriage as you press up and down. This is our last one. Go all the way up, all the way down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Awesome job. Now take that left foot, keep it on the bar, right foot or right leg, go straight towards the ceiling. We're going to single leg bridge now. So this time we're not going to have that full articulation. We're going to go flat up and flat down, okay? So we press it up and lower it down. Point that right toe. Keep those hips square and stable. Being on only one leg, they kind of want to get wonky on us. Let's not do that. Lift up and hold. Keep your leg lifted as you press the carriage out. Bring it back in. Woo-wee. That's intense, right? Don't slam your carriage like I did. Keep the hips square and lifted. Now bring it back in, but keep the hips up. Keep the toe pointed as you lower and lift. Now flex the foot as you lower, point the toe as you bring it up. Flex as you lower, point as you lift. One more. Flex, point. Keep your hips up. Take that right leg, bend it and thread it underneath that left leg, and now kick it out to the right. So we bend it under, so you'll feel your hips start to lean a little bit. That's fine, obviously, right? This is just a really good opener here. One more. Press it out, bring it back up, and lower all the way down. Let's go onto that right leg now. Ooh-wee. Our legs are warm, right? Okay. Straighten that foot, or the left foot is straight towards the ceiling. Flat back bridge up, and lower it down. Flat up and lower it down. Try not to move the carriage. So you're really pressing into that heel that's on the bar. Press and hold. Bring the carriage out. Keep the leg lifted. You have two more. Last one. Keep those hips square. Okay, keep the toe pointed for this one. Lower the leg straight to the front and bring it up. Now flex that foot as you lower. Point as you lift. Keep the hips square. Flex as you lower. Point as you lift. One more. Try not to move the carriage. I was moving it. Keep the hips up. Take that left leg, thread it under. Press it out to the left. Thread it under. Extend it out. Try to keep that right hip from rotating all the way. Straight back up towards the ceiling. Lower the hips down. Ooh-wee. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock it side to side. Loosen up that lower back. Okay. Staying on our current springs, grab the straps behind you. Long loops is great, please and thank you. So we're going to go into a little bit of into the 100 prep here. It's not the 100, but we're going to have a similar body shape. So take those straps into your hands. You have the long loops, right? They're straight up towards the ceiling. Palms are facing the wall in front of you. Legs come into tabletop. Your belly button is to your spine, right? So you're not arching your back at all. Whenever you're ready, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Bring your arms down by your sides and just hold. So I'm lifting through my core, right? I'm not lifting from my neck here. Now, keeping your legs in tabletop, extend your left leg straight out. Bring it back in. Right leg, Bring it in. The left leg, right leg. Keep breathing. Two more on each side. Last one. And lower all the way down. We're gonna go straight into coordination, but we're gonna go through every variation of coordination, okay? We're gonna do 2 of each variation. So we're gonna go straight forward twice, then we're gonna go straight forward, arms open only, then straight forward, legs open only, then straight forward, starfish, okay? We'll walk through it together, so we'll do it all at the same time. But I just want you to have an idea of what we're doing beforehand so you can kind of get yourself prepared, okay? So keeping your head down, bring your legs back in the tabletop. Bring your arms straight down by your sides, bend them 90 degrees so your fingertips are pointed towards the ceiling. Take a nice inhale. On your exhale, press and extend your legs and arms towards the wall in front of you. Bend everything back in. Do it again. Press and extend everything forward. Bend back in. Now, press it forward. Keep your legs forward. Open your arms. Bring them back in. And then bend everything down. Press forward. Arms only. Bring it in. Back down. Now legs only. Press forward. Legs open. Close. Bend it in. Whew. Legs. Now we're going to starfish, okay? We're doing 2. You can do 2. Press it forward, arms and legs open, close, and bring it in. Last one. And hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, down. Holy moly. Okay, let's go ahead and sit ourselves up. We're gonna take off one spring here. So you're gonna be on one spring. I want you to be either on red or blue, okay? You can decide. We're gonna be doing unilateral work. So we're just gonna be doing one side. We're gonna do arms first and then we're gonna do legs. So you can decide if you wanna do red or blue and go ahead and grab your ball. If you have it, if you do not have a ball, you can always use like a yoga block as well, but I like doing the ball just because we're going to be using it again later. So place your ball on your headrest, make sure you're on one spring, and then put your bar all the way down. All the way, okay? We're going to lie onto our side. Let me switch my mic here so I don't lie on top of it. Okay, so lie all the way onto your side with your head resting on that ball, okay? You're gonna extend your legs straight out like a pencil. So you know how like a pencil dive, you're in like one straight line, right? So I want you to try to have your hips square. So if I held a ruler up against right here, it would be in a straight line, right? So you're not leaning forward or rocking back. If you have pain in your hip lying this way, you can absolutely bend your bottom knee slightly to take off some of that pressure, but keep your top leg straight and extended, okay? But if you're able to, keep both of those legs extended. And I would like you to have your toes pointed, okay? Grab your top strap or the strap that's in front of you with your top arm, okay? I'm gonna do it in a short loop. You can do long or short, whatever feels best for you here. Let's put a little tension there so that your arm is 90 degrees. Okay, I don't want you going from here and pulling, okay? So we're starting here at 90, and this is where we're gonna come back to, okay? Your bottom arm can just wrap around that shoulder block, or if you have a peg here, you can hold on to that, okay? All right, so here's our starting position. We're just gonna pull it down, straight lat pull down, and back up. So you'll see I'm stopping right at that 90. I'm not letting my arm fall forward, and I'm not letting the carriage come all the way in, okay? If we do that, we're gonna get into some muscles that I'm not trying to work right now, okay? You're gonna feel like you need to overcompensate, and that's not what we wanna do right now. So we're just pulling straight down. Your core is engaged to keep you nice and stable, right? To keep you from falling, rolling one way or the other. Let's do 2 more here. Last one. Now take that hand, bring it out in front of you. So you're right in line with that shoulder. You're just gonna pull it straight back and forward. Try to keep it in one plane here. So what that means is I'm not allowing it to go up and down or down and back, right? I'm keeping it on one straight line. Keep those toes pointed. Keep them together. Belly is in. We have 1 more. Ooh-wee. All right, we're gonna circle. So bring that arm up, forward, pull it back, and up. Forward, pull it back, up. You have 1 more. Forward, pull it back, and up. Now reverse it. So we go straight down, forward, up, straight down, forward, up. Last one. Pull it down and bend it 90 degrees. We're just gonna 90-degree lat pull. We're only doing 3. You have 1 more. Now take it in front, bend it 90 degrees, same thing. It's just in a different position now. 1 more. Awesome job. Okay, so we're gonna take that strap still on the short loop and put it over your top foot. Okay, so you put your top foot through that strap. You can now bend your bottom leg, that's fine, to get you into a position where you can still have your hips nice and in line with one another, okay? We're gonna take our top foot and we're gonna bring it towards the ceiling. What I'm not doing here is opening my leg up like this so that my hips open towards the ceiling. I'm keeping my hips forward so my leg is at a slight diagonal, okay? I have my top hand just resting on the shoulder block here. We're just gonna bring it down and up, down and up. If you have hyperextension in your knees, you can have a slight bend here. That will be great. I just don't want you pulling a weight when you have a hyperextended knee, okay? We don't want to mess with that. You got 2 more. Last one. Now take that leg, bring it in front, hip height, and pull it back. So again, here, it's similar to when we were doing arms. I want you to keep this leg on one plane. Don't allow it to go up or down, right? Keep it, or at least try to keep it in line at hip height here, okay? It can be tricky. If you're on a heavier spring and it feels too heavy, go lighter. If a short loop is feeling like it's too much tension and your form is starting to suffer, go to the long loop. That's totally fine, right? I always say I would rather you have proper form than be on a heavier spring. Let's do 1 more and then we're gonna circle, okay? Pull it back. Now, bring it up, forward, back. We're just doing 3. Up, forward, back. Last one. Up, forward, back. Reverse it. Forward, up, down. Remember, don't allow that top hip to open up. 1 more. Now, take that leg, bend it in towards your chest, and press it. Bend it in and press. Same thing here, trying to stay in one plane. Okay, don't allow your foot to raise higher than your knee or your knee to raise higher than your hip. Once we start getting tired, right? Like you'll see my legs kind of wobbling a little bit. So I'm just trying to keep in mind I'm slowing myself down a little bit. 1 more. Awesome job. Take that ball and just place it down by the side. You will need it again, so just keep it somewhere you can grab it. We're gonna sit ourselves up. If you are on a blue spring, please change yourself to a red and take off the blue, okay? If you are already on a red, stay there, okay? Now we're gonna face the back of the reformer. You're gonna take both of your straps, the long loops, and you're gonna put them over your thighs. So bring that through, perfect. Now, we're gonna rock ourselves back, so we're lying down. This is why we put our bar down. Okay, so your head is probably like mine on the platform. That's fine, okay? Take your legs, bring them into tabletop, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Here we are. We're gonna do some reverse abdominals here. Yay, love that for us. Okay, so the farther away you are from your shoulder blocks, the more challenging it's gonna be, okay? The closer you are to the shoulder block, the less tension. So take your hands behind your head and just bring your knees into your chest. Bring it back, into your chest, and back. So I'm bringing it back to tabletop and then into my chest. This gets very intense very quickly. We have 2 more. Last one. Now take your right arm, cross it over your left leg, and do the same thing. In, out. Get into those obliques a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Left over right leg. Same thing. Keep your shoulder down though. Keep your chest open as much as you can. You got 3, 2, 1, and rest. Take those straps off. Gently bring your carriage in. Sit yourself up. Grab that ball once again. If you were on a blue spring before, switch back over to it. Take the red off. You're gonna see my back for this one, but I'll still walk you through it, okay? So I'm gonna take the mic, swap it on over here, place the ball down. We're moving right along, right? We've got a steady pace going. That's good. So bring yourself into that pencil. Grab that short strap if you have it, or whatever strap you're doing, long or short. Make sure your hips are nice and in line with one another. Put a little bit of pressure onto that strap so that it's at a nice 90 degree. And let's go for that lat pull down. So we go straight down and up. Something I want you to think about here is when you're pulling down, notice I'm not allowing my shoulder to go up into my ear like this. You're getting out of your lat if you do that. Keep that shoulder down and pull down. You'll feel the difference, okay? We always want to be checking in with our body and how it's trying to overcompensate. When our body gets tired or uncomfortable, it's going to try to overcompensate. We don't want to allow it to do that. Let's do 2 more, because while this might not feel bad right now, it gets very intense very quickly. All right, bring that strap in front, pull it back. Remember, we're staying on the same plane, so try to do a straight line, right? Don't allow the hand to fall. This direction is so difficult for me. Lat pulls are not that challenging for me, but this is like, oh, really hard. Okay, 2 more. Use your breath. Exhale as you pull down. All right, now bring that up. We're gonna do those circles. Down in front, pull it down. Up, down in front, pull it down. Getting into that rotator cuff a little bit, so good, right? Moving in all directions. Okay, now hold it here. Pull straight down, bring it forward, back up. Pull straight down, bring it forward, back up. Last one, pull straight down, bring it forward, back up, pull straight down and hold. Bend 90 degrees in the elbow and just pull it down. Bend, extend. One more, bend, extend. Bring that arm forward, Do the same thing. Bend, extend, keep the shoulders back, keep the chest open. Last one. Bend, extend. Awesome job. Take that long loop. We're putting it over our foot. Here, bend that bottom leg, okay? Here we go. So remember, we're at that angle here. So we're gonna bring that leg up, but don't allow your top hip to open, right? Just pull it straight down and up. I should be doing this on the short loop, and I'm doing it on the long loop. I forgot. Here we go. There we go. All right. We go up and down, up and down. If you have hyperextension in those legs, remember, put a slight bend in that knee. We don't want you to be hyperextending in that knee. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Bring that leg forward. Pull it straight back. Forward. Pull it back. Forward. Pull it back. Same thing. Try to keep it on one plane. One more. And then into those circles. So we pull it back, we bring it up, down, pull, up, forward, pull, up, forward, oh, pull. All right, let's reverse direction. Forward, up, straight down. Keep your chest open, don't allow it to fall forward. Last one. Okay, final one here. Bend at the knee, press it back. Bend at the knee, press. Try to keep your knee and foot in one line. Don't allow your foot to come higher than your knee, like this. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Let's take off that strap. So we're gonna hang that strap up. We're gonna take this ball, place it off to the side. We will need it again, but not right now, okay? So go ahead and place that off to the side, and please grab your box. We're gonna put the box on long ways here, like so. And we're gonna stay on our blue spring. So I'm gonna come around to this side just so you can see a little bit better. You're gonna grab both of your straps, like so. Place one, so like you're standing in between the straps, okay? I'm standing on the outside of my reformer. I'm on a blue spring here, and I'm grabbing my short loops, okay? Get yourself into kind of like a little bit of a stance here so you can pull the carriage towards you, grab onto the top corners of the box, and then take your inside leg first and lie yourself down onto the box, like so. It's kind of graceful, right? That was pretty good. Okay, now scoot yourself forward so that your chest is hanging off of the box, okay? We're gonna do some long box breaststroke here. So we are like this. Your legs are together, okay? It's very important that you keep your legs together here, all right? So point your toes, keep them together. Take your hands, bring them behind you, palms are facing down. We're gonna bicep curl. Now rotate your palms towards the ground. Press your arms overhead. Now lift your chest and your arms together as you circle your arms behind you back to that starting position. Keeping those legs together the whole time, okay? Let's do it again. Bicep curl, palms rotate to the ground, press forward, lift the chest and arms together, keep the legs together, circle the arms around, come back down to that starting position. I do not have a lot of flexibility in this position, right? In this extension. So I'm not getting very high. That's fine. If I was teaching you, I would kind of teeter-totter your legs down so you can get higher into that extension, but it's cool. We're doing this the best that we can, right? We're all working on improving certain areas, and mine that needs improvement is definitely extension. So we're gonna do 2 more. Keep your elbows in, right? Shoulders are down, legs are together. Bicep curl, press forward, lift, 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 circle behind and down. 1 more. Oh, and back and down. Awesome job. Go ahead and bring your carriage in. You can drop your straps. We're gonna go straight into grasshopper. So we'll pick up our straps in just a second, but I want you to put all of your springs on, okay? Or at least all your heavy ones so the carriage doesn't move. We're gonna go into grasshopper here, okay? I wanna make sure you can see what I'm gonna be doing. Okay, you can. So we are still lying here on our box, okay? Let's bring ourselves forward so that it's just basically your pubic bone down is on that box and your hands are on the bar, okay? Like so. Rock yourself forward so your shoulders are over your wrists here and your legs are pointed behind you. Keeping your elbows in, so we're doing a narrow version of this. We're doing a sort of a push-up kind of. So we're gonna lower our chest towards the bar. So I have my pubic bone only, right? You see my belly is in. If I was letting my belly hang, I would look like this and my back would be arching, right? I don't want that. Bring that belly in like so. My bottom is also engaged, okay? Lower my chest towards that bar. Legs come up behind me. See how my toes are pointed? Then push yourself back up. Do it again. Lower down, legs go towards the ceiling, so it's like you're a teeter-totter. Lift back up. Now we're gonna add on. So we lower down, bend the knees, cross the right leg over the left, switch, 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 straighten, up. Let's do it again. Lower down, this time do it only 2 times. Switch, switch, up. Lower, switch, switch, up. Whew, 2 more. Switch, switch, up. Lower, switch, switch, up. Awesome job. 1 leg at a time, step off. Go ahead and grab those straps behind you and just hang them up. We're gonna keep the box on and we're gonna keep all the springs on here. I did forget to tell you, if you have a bar or a pole of some sort, if you can grab that. I literally use a curtain rod for mine because that's just what I use. If you want to though, you could try to use your ball for this. But if you have like a curtain rod or a stick or something, that would be better. I'm gonna put my bar up just a little bit because I have had 2 babies, and after having babies, my core does not like when I put a lot of pressure on it. So I tend to like having my bar here to have counter pressure to push into with my toes so that I don't feel that pulling in my core. Okay, so go ahead and put your feet through the straps. If you do not need to have the bar up a little bit, you don't have to have it, okay? We're gonna take our rod and we're gonna hold it shoulder distance here. We're just gonna do some round back to begin with for some short box here. So keeping my shoulders down, the bar is straight out in front of me. I'm rounding from my pelvis. So you'll see I'm not going here. I'm starting with my pelvis here, tilting and rounding back, and then rolling it back up to sit nice and tall. So I curl and round back and bring it up. You'll see my bar is staying at about the same height the whole time. Let's do 1 more. Now hold it here. Rotate from the torso, keeping the bar level, bring it to the right. So you'll notice I'm not tilting, right? Just bring it straight to the right, center. Straight to the left, center. One more each side. Right, left, and sit tall. If you have a ball, you can be doing this exact same thing with a ball, okay? Now let's go flat back. My least favorite is flat back. So let's do this together. Okay, arms are straight out in front. This time, because we're staying flat, so I'm not rounding at all in my tailbone, from my head to my tailbone is gonna be straight, no curling, okay? The rod is gonna be coming in line with your eyesight, okay? So I'll show you. So we go flat like this. See how it just naturally goes back like that? Just go to where you shake. Go to the shakes and quakes. Keep your shoulders down. Last one here. Hold it, raise the bar overhead, down, overhead, down, overhead, down. One more. Sit up tall. Ooh-wee. All right. Okay, we're gonna do something called fire baton. This is, or spinal journey. There's like different ways to say it. This is a really fun one, but it does take a lot of steps. So we're gonna work it through together. Okay, so you're starting with that bar overhead. You're reaching up and rounding down towards your toes. So I'm not just reaching through, right? I'm lifting up and over, but I'm not allowing my ears to come up or my shoulders to come up into my ears, keeping my shoulders down, but reaching up and over, rounding towards my toes. I'm gonna scrape that bar or the rod, right, up my legs as I round halfway back. So I have a nice C curve. I round myself back forward towards my toes. Now, I bring the bar or the rod straight out in front as I flat back, lift myself up. Now, full expression of this, I would keep my arms overhead as I reach myself back. That is too much for me on my core. So what I do is I bring the bar back down and I flat back as far as I can. Then I round, bring myself back into the well. Arms come overhead like so. Now bring your arms forward as you bring your head, neck, and shoulders up and back to the starting position. I know that was a lot. Let's do it again. We're doing it 3 times, so we'll work it through, okay? Arms are overhead. Reach and round towards your toes. Scrape that rod up your shins to come halfway back. Round yourself back down. Flat back, reach up towards the ceiling. Flat back as far as you can. If you're gonna be like me, bring your bar down, round the rest of the way into the well. Hands go overhead. Now bring your hands back forward as they reach right above your chest. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up to that starting position. Let's do one more. Reach, 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 reach and round. Roll it back halfway. Rock it back forward. Straighten that back, lift up. Flat back as far as you can. Bar comes down. Round it down the rest of the way. Arms go overhead. Bring the arms back over as you rock yourself up to that starting position. Awesome job. All right, you can get rid of the rod. We are gonna take that box and we're gonna put it on the ground next to the reformer. We're gonna go onto one blue spring here. We are in the home stretch. Let's put your bar back up just in case you need it or want it, okay? So the top of my box is in line with the platform at the front, okay? Grab your ball, like so. Okay, so I switched my camera angle just so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. So once again, the top of the box is kind of at like the bottom edge of the platform here. I'm gonna stand I'm on the right side of my reformer. So I'm gonna stand on the box with my right leg. My left leg or my inside leg is gonna be up against the shoulder block in a dorsiflex, okay? Now, I'm gonna hold that ball in between my hands at my chest like this. As I lunge back, I'm gonna squeeze that ball. Notice my knee is in line with my ankle. I'm not allowing my knee to go over my toes, okay? So really lunge yourself back and then stand tall. We lunge it back, squeeze, stand tall. Just one more. Lunge it back, squeeze, and stand tall. Now, when we lunge it back, I'm gonna take that ball into my left hand or my inside hand. I'm gonna hinge at my hip, so I'm not rounding, but I'm hinging forward. I take that ball and I thread it underneath my standing leg, grab it with my right hand, and bring it up overhead as I stand tall. Now that ball's in my right hand, so bring the opposite direction. Lunge back, hinge forward. Ball now goes from right hand to left hand, and I stand tall. Do it again. So now I'm going left to right, right to left. Might be a little wobbly like me. Make sure all that weight is in your standing heel. Now one more each direction. The leg on the carriage is staying straight. Okay, now we're gonna load into that standing leg, and the leg on the, I'm gonna move my standing leg back a little bit. You might need to as well. So it's right under my hip now. This back leg, the leg that's on the carriage, is going to bend in and out. So it's gonna bend and extend. We're gonna scooter, okay? So we're gonna load into the standing leg, holding that ball at our chest in between our hands. Load into the standing leg. As I press the carriage out, I'm pressing the ball forward. As I bring the carriage in, I bring the ball into my chest. So we go out, in. Try not to slam your carriage like I am. Really load into that standing leg. What I mean is lower even more into that standing leg. You will feel this immediately. You've got 3, 2, 1, and stand tall. Whew, let's go to the other side. Grab that box, bring it on over. So once again, the front of the box is at like the bottom part of my platform. I now have my left leg on the box. My right foot is going up against the shoulder block. We're just squeezing that ball in our chest as we go back. So I'm squeezing and I'm lifting. Remember, when you lift, it's like I'm pulling you from a string, right? So you're really getting into those legs. Whenever you're ready, we're gonna do those thread throughs. So hinge down, going from left to right, comes up overhead. Hinge down, going from right to left. Keeping the leg that's on the carriage straight the whole time. Keep your hips square to the front. Don't forget to breathe. One more each side. Last one. Then we're gonna scooter, okay? So if you need to, press your standing leg back a little bit. We're just gonna go for it, okay? We did it on the other side, so you know what's coming. Press it out, bring it in. Press it out, bring it in. Press it out, bring it in. You'll notice my standing leg is not moving at all. The only way it moves is to go lower, right? You've got 3, 2, 1, and in. Awesome job. You are done with the ball. Throw it, get rid of it. We're just gonna do a quick mermaid stretch and we are out of here, okay? So you can stay on your one blue. Take your inside leg, place it up against the shoulder blocks. Outside leg is parallel to the front of the reformer. Inside hip is down. Outside arm is on the bar. Inside palm is face up. Press the carriage out. Feel that beautiful stretch all down the side of your body. Keep your inside or this underneath shoulder down. Rotate towards the springs. Back towards the front. Bring it in. Do one more. We'll do 2 on each side. Up and over. Rotate. If you have not already subscribed, I would love to have you. Bring it back to the front. Bring it in. Inside arm goes on the shoulder block. Counter stretch. Please be sure to share with your friends. The best way for me to grow is for you to share, right? Let's rotate to the other side. If you like my classes, please be sure to leave a comment. Let's go up and over. Likes, comments, subscribes, shares. Let's rotate towards the springs. Those are all so helpful in helping someone like me grow, because I'm just a regular old person like you. I don't got a lot of fancy stuff going on, so it always means so much when you guys leave comments and let me know what you thought. Let's go back towards the front. Bring it in. Counter stretch. We go up and over. Sit up nice and tall. Thank you so much for joining me. I was so happy to have you. I would love to see you next time because there's more to come. Thanks. Bye.